Admiral Lee Tae-ho stood on the bridge of his flagship, the Eternal Vigilance. His dark eyes watched the star map that floated in front of him. Red dots marked the edge of human space. For 300 years, those red dots had kept aliens out. Today, something was wrong. "Sir, we have a problem," said Commander Kim Do-won. He walked quickly to Lee's side. His face was serious. 12 ships just crossed the warning line. They're not responding to our signals. Lee turned to look at the younger man. Kim had been his intelligence officer for 5 years. He never looked worried unless something was really bad. "Show me," Lee said. The star map changed. Now it showed 12 bright yellow dots moving past the red warning line. They were big ships, bigger than most human warships. They moved in a tight group, like wolves hunting together. "What do we know about them?" Lee asked. "The computer says they're Velkari ships," Kim said. "We don't know much about the Velkari. They live far from here. But our spies say they're warriors. They like to fight. They've taken over many worlds." Lee felt his stomach tighten. The Velkari were trouble. Big trouble. "How many worlds?" 47, sir. Maybe more now." Captain Park So-jin walked over from her station. She was young for a captain, only 32 years old. But she was smart and brave. Her ship, the Iron Resolve, was one of the fastest in the fleet. "Sir, I've been watching their path. They're heading for New Busan." New Busan was a farming world. 3 million people lived there. Most of them were families with children. They grew food for 20 other human worlds. If the Velkari attacked New Busan, millions would die. "How long until they reach New Busan?" Lee asked. Park looked at her tablet. 6 hours, sir. Maybe less if they speed up." Lee closed his eyes for a moment. 6 hours. Not much time. The human fleet was spread out across many star systems. It would take time to call them all together, but they had to try. "Send a message to all ships," Lee said. "Tell them to come here as fast as they can. Code red emergency." "Yes, sir," Kim said. He started typing on his computer. Lee looked at the star map again. The 12 Velkari ships kept moving toward New Busan. They acted like they owned the space around them, like humans didn't matter. "Sir," said Park, "what about the warning message? Should we send it to the Velkari ships?" Every alien ship that came near human space got the same warning. It was recorded in 17 different languages. The message was simple. "You are entering human space without permission. Turn back now or be destroyed. This is your only warning." "Send it," Lee said. "Send it on all frequencies. Make sure they hear it." Lieutenant Choi Min-ho worked at the communications station. He was good with languages. He could speak 8 alien languages. "Sending now, sir," he said. "I'm using their language. And ours." They waited. The bridge was quiet except for the soft hum of the computers. Everyone watched the star map. The 12 yellow dots kept moving. "Any response?" Lee asked. "Nothing, sir," Choi said. "They're not even slowing down." Dr. Yoon Ji-soo came onto the bridge. She was the ship's expert on alien life. She knew more about aliens than anyone in the human fleet. "Admiral, I've been reading about the Velkari. They're dangerous." "Tell me," Lee said. "They're bigger than humans, stronger too. They have thick skin like armor. But the worst part is how they think. They believe they're better than everyone else. To them, other species are just animals to be used." Lee felt anger rise in his chest. Animals. The Velkari thought humans were animals. "What else?" "They've never lost a war," Dr. Yoon said. "When they find a new species, they give them one choice. Surrender and become slaves or die fighting. They've never fought humans before," Park said. Her voice was hard. "No," Dr. Yoon said. "They haven't." "Sir," Choi called out. "I'm getting something from the Velkari ships. It's a message." "Put it on speaker," Lee said. The bridge filled with a deep, rough voice. It spoke in broken human language. "Small humans. We are Velkari. We go where we want. You cannot stop us. Move away or die." The message cut off. The bridge was quiet again. Lee felt his hands make fists. The Velkari weren't just ignoring the warning. They were laughing at it. They thought humans were weak. "Sir," Kim said, "I'm reading energy signatures from their ships. They have weapons, big ones, and shields that can stop most attacks." "How many ships do we have ready?" Lee asked. 4 right now, Park said. More are coming, but they won't be here for 2 hours. 4 ships against 12. The Velkari ships were bigger and had better weapons. It would be a hard fight. But Lee had been a soldier for 30 years. He had fought in the Centauri Wars. He had seen what happened when aliens thought humans were easy targets. Sir, Dr. Yoon said, there's something else. The Velkari always record their battles. They send the recordings back to their homeworlds. It's like entertainment for them. They're recording this? Lee asked. Yes, sir. Right now, millions of Velkari are probably watching us, waiting to see us run away or die. Lee looked at the star map one more time. The 12 yellow dots were getting closer to New Busan. In 6 hours, they would be there. 3 million humans were counting on him to stop them. But this wasn't just about New Busan. If the Velkari beat the human fleet here, they would tell everyone. Every alien species in the galaxy would hear about it. They would think humans were weak. More aliens would come. More attacks would follow. Park, Lee said. Get your ship ready for battle. We're going to stop them. Yes, sir, Park said. She smiled. It wasn't a nice smile. It was the smile of someone who was ready to fight. Kim, keep tracking those ships. I want to know everything about them. Their speed, their weapons, their shields. Everything. Already on it, sir, Kim said. Choi, send a message to New Busan. Tell them to get ready. If any Velkari ships get past us, the people need to hide. Yes, sir, Choi said. Lee looked around the bridge. His crew was ready. They were scared, but they were ready. That was good. Fear kept you alive in battle. But too much fear could kill you. Dr. Yoon, Lee said, I need to know more about how the Velkari fight. How do they think? What do they expect from us? They expect us to either run away or charge at them like angry animals, Dr. Yoon said. They've fought 47 different species. Every time it was the same. The aliens either ran or attacked without thinking. And what happened to the ones who ran? The Velkari hunted them down later. No mercy. And the ones who attacked? They died quickly. The Velkari are very good at killing. Lee nodded. So running wasn't an option. And a simple attack would just get his people killed. He needed to think of something else. Something the Velkari had never seen before. The star map beeped. 2 more human ships had just arrived. That made 6 ships total. Still not enough, but better than 4. Sir, Kim said, the Velkari ships are speeding up. They'll reach New Busan. In 4 hours now. 4 hours. Lee had 4 hours to save 3 million people and show the galaxy that humans weren't weak animals. He looked at his crew. They were waiting for orders. All right, people, Lee said. The Velkari think we're animals. They think we'll run or die like every other species they've fought. They're wrong. We're going to show them what humans can do when someone threatens our families. The crew smiled. They were ready to fight, ready to die if they had to. But Lee didn't plan on dying today. He planned on teaching the Velkari a lesson they would never forget. 2 hours had passed. 8 human ships now faced the 12 Velkari vessels. The alien ships had slowed down, but they were still moving toward New Busan. Admiral Lee Tae-ho watched them on his screen. They moved like they had all the time in the world. Sir, said Commander Kim Do-won, the other human ships are still 3 hours away. We can't wait for them. Lee knew Kim was right. If they waited, the Velkari would reach New Busan. 3 million people would be in danger. How close are the Velkari ships to each other? Very close, sir, said Captain Park So-jin from her ship. Her voice came through the speakers on Lee's bridge. They're flying in a tight group, like they're not worried about being attacked. Maybe they're not worried because they've never lost a fight, said Dr. Yoon Ji-soo. She had been studying Velkari war records for the past hour. Every battle they've fought has been the same. They show up, demand surrender, then destroy anyone who says no. What about their weapons? Lee asked. Lieutenant Choi Min-ho checked his readings. Big energy cannons, sir. Much bigger than ours. And their shields look very strong. Lee felt frustrated. The Velkari had better ships and more experience. But he had something they didn't have. He had people who would die to protect their families. Sir, Choi said suddenly, I'm getting a signal from the Velkari ships. They want to talk. Put it through, Lee said. The main screen flickered. Then it showed a Velkari. He was huge, much bigger than any human. His skin was thick and gray, like stone. His eyes were small and mean. Scars covered his face and arms. "I am War Chief Braxton," the alien said. His voice was deep and rough. "You are the human leader?" "I am Admiral Lee Tae-ho," Lee said. "You are in human space without permission. Leave now." Braxton laughed. It was an ugly sound. "Small human, you do not give orders to Velkari. We go where we want. We take what we want." "Not here," Lee said. "Turn your ships around and leave." "Or what?" Braxton asked. "You will fight us? Look at your tiny ships. Look at how few you are. We have conquered 47 worlds. We have killed millions of warriors stronger than you." Lee kept his face calm, but inside he was angry. Very angry. "Those warriors weren't human." "Humans are nothing special," Braxton said. "You are soft, weak, like all the others we have crushed. But I am feeling generous today. Surrender now, and I will let some of your people live as slaves." "No," Lee said. Braxton's eyes got smaller. "Then you will all die. We will take your farming world. We will take your people. And when we are done, we will take all your other worlds too." The screen went dark. Braxton had cut the connection. "Well," said Park over the radio, "he seems nice." Dr. Yoon shook her head. "This is bad, Admiral. The Velkari are broadcasting everything to their home worlds. Right now, millions of Velkari are watching this. If we lose, they'll think all humans are weak." "And if we win?" Lee asked. "They'll be very surprised," Dr. Yoon said. "No one has ever beaten the Velkari in space combat." Colonel Han Woo-jin came onto the bridge. He was the leader of the Marines on the ship. He was a big man with kind eyes and strong hands. "Sir, my people are ready. If any Velkari try to board our ships, we'll stop them." "Thank you, Colonel," Lee said. "But I hope it doesn't come to that." "Sir," Kim said, "I'm detecting something strange. The Velkari ships are scanning New Busan very carefully. They're looking at the farms, the cities, the spaceports." "They're choosing targets," Lee said. "They want to hurt as many people as possible." That made Lee even angrier. The Velkari weren't just invaders. They were bullies who enjoyed causing pain. "Admiral," Park said over the radio, "I have an idea. What if we don't fight them the way they expect?" "What do you mean?" "They expect us to either run away or charge at them shooting. What if we do something else?" Lee thought about it. Park was smart. She had won many battles by thinking differently than her enemies. "What are you thinking?" "Give me 10 minutes to explain it to the other captains," Park said. "I think we can surprise them." "You have 10 minutes," Lee said, while Park talked. To the other ship captains, Lee studied the Velkari ships. They were impressive, big and powerful and scary, but they were also arrogant. They flew like nothing could hurt them. "Sir," Choi said, "the Velkari are sending signals back to their home worlds. They're telling everyone about us, about how weak we look." "Let them," Lee said. "Words are cheap. Actions matter." Dr. Yoon was reading something on her tablet. "Admiral, I found something interesting. The Velkari have a rule. When they fight a new species, they always give them one chance to surrender. But after that, they show no mercy at all. They already gave us that chance," Lee said. "Yes, sir. Which means they're about to attack." As if he had heard her, Braxton's voice came over the radio again. "Human Admiral, you have had your chance. Now you die. All of you die. Your world dies. Your species dies." The Velkari ships began to spread out. They were getting ready to attack. "Park," Lee said into his radio. "Whatever your plan is, we need it now." "Ready, sir," Park said. "All ships, follow my lead. Remember, we're not trying to destroy them all at once. We're trying to show them something they've never seen before." "What's that?" Lee asked. "That humans don't fight like animals," Park said. "We fight like humans." The 8 human ships began to move, but they didn't charge at the Velkari ships like angry bulls. Instead, they moved in a careful pattern. Each ship knew exactly where to go and when to get there. "Sir," Kim said, watching his screens, "the Velkari look confused. This isn't what they expected." Lee smiled for the first time in hours. "Good," Confused enemies made mistakes. The Velkari ships opened fire first. Huge beams of energy shot out from their weapons. The beams were bright and deadly. They could cut through most ships like knives through paper, but the human ships weren't where the Velkari thought they would be. Park's plan had put each human ship in exactly the right place to avoid the enemy fire. "Now!" Park shouted over the radio. All 8 human ships fired at the same time, but they didn't aim at the Velkari ships' hulls or weapons. They aimed at something much smaller and harder to hit. Their sensors. "Direct hits," Kim said excitedly. "We've blinded 3 of their ships." The Velkari ships that had been hit couldn't see properly anymore. They started firing wildly, hitting empty space. "Again!" Park called out. The human ships moved in their careful pattern and fired again. This time, they hit the communication systems on 2 more Velkari ships. "Sir," Choi said, 5 of the Velkari ships can't talk to each other anymore. They're getting confused." Lee watched the enemy ships on his screen. They were still dangerous, but they weren't working together anymore. Some were trying to chase human ships. Others were firing at shadows. "The Velkari don't know what to do," Dr. Yoon said. "They've never fought anyone who used tactics like this. They're used to enemies who just try to hurt them as much as possible." "But we're not trying to hurt them," Lee said. "We're trying to teach them." "Teach them what, sir?" "That humans are not animals," Lee said. "Animals fight with claws and teeth. Humans fight with their minds." The battle continued for another hour. The human ships moved like dancers, each one knowing exactly where the others were. They worked together perfectly. When one ship was in trouble, the others came to help. When they saw a chance to attack, they all attacked together. The Velkari ships tried to fight back, but they were used to fighting alone. Each Velkari captain tried to win glory for himself. They got in each other's way. They shot at targets other Velkari ships were already shooting at. They wasted their power and their time. "Sir," Kim said, "we've disabled 8 of their 12 ships. Their weapons are gone or their engines are broken." "And our ships?" Lee asked. "2 have damage, but everyone is alive. No one is badly hurt." Lee felt proud of his people. They had done the impossible. They had beaten the mighty Velkari. "Admiral," Park said over the radio, "the 4 Velkari ships that are still working are trying to run away." "Let them go," Lee said, "but make sure they can still talk to their home worlds." "Sir?" Kim looked confused. "They need to tell their people what happened here," Lee said. "They need to explain how 8 human ships beat 12 Velkari ships without killing anyone." "The Velkari will be very angry," Dr. Yoon said. "Good," Lee said. "Angry enemies make mistakes, and we'll be ready for them when they do." The 4 remaining Velkari ships had stopped trying to run away. They floated in space like wounded animals. Admiral Lee Tae-ho could see them on his screen. Their weapons were pointing down. They had given up fighting. "Sir," said Commander Kim, "do on. We're getting a signal from War Chief Braxton. He wants to talk." "Put him on screen," Lee said. Braxton appeared on the main screen. He looked different now. His mean eyes were wide with fear. The scars on his face seemed deeper. "Human Admiral," he said. His voice shook. "What are you?" "We're humans," Lee said simply. "That's all?" "No," Braxton said. "We have fought many species. None fought like you. You move like one mind in many bodies. How do you do this?" Captain Park So-jin spoke over the radio from her ship. "Admiral, I think he really doesn't understand. The Velkari don't work together the way we do." Dr. Yoon Ji-soo nodded. "She's right, sir. From what I've read, Velkari culture is all about individual strength. They don't trust each other enough to fight as a team." Lee looked at Braxton on the screen. The alien warrior looked lost and confused. "We do it by trusting each other," Lee told him. "Every human in this fleet would die to protect the others. That makes us strong." "Impossible," Braxton said. "Only weak creatures help each other. The strong fight alone." "Then why are you losing?" Lee asked. Braxton had no answer for that. Engineer Lim Hyun-soo came onto the bridge. She had been watching the battle from the engine room. Her clothes were dirty from working on the ship's weapons. "Admiral, our new targeting system worked perfectly. We can hit anything we want, exactly where we want." "Good work, engineer," Lee said. "How long to repair the Velkari ships?" Lim looked surprised. "Repair them, sir? Why would we do that?" "Because we're not murderers," Lee said. We're teachers. Lieutenant Choi Min-ho was listening to Velkari communications. Sir, the Velkari homeworlds are going crazy. They can't believe what they're seeing. Some of them think we're using magic. Not magic, Lee said. Just teamwork. Pilot Kang Yunbi called in from her fighter squadron. She had been flying around the disabled Velkari ships, making sure they didn't try any tricks. Admiral, I count about 2,000 Velkari on those ships. They're all alive, but scared. Keep watching them, pilot, Lee said. But don't threaten them. We're not the bad guys here. Medic Seo Jae-min looked up from his station. Sir, I'm ready to help any wounded Velkari if you want. I've been studying their biology. I think I can treat their injuries. Lee was proud of his crew. Even after being attacked, they wanted to help their enemies. That was what made humans special. Braxton, Lee said to the screen. I'm going to make you an offer. We'll fix your ships. We'll give you food and medical help. Then you can go home. Braxton stared at him. Why? We came here to kill your people, to take your world. Yes, you did, Lee said. But you failed. Now you can choose. Learn from this, or keep making the same mistakes. What must we do? Braxton asked. Tell your people what happened here. Tell them exactly what you saw. Don't leave anything out. They will think I am weak for losing to you. Maybe, Lee said. Or maybe they'll think you're smart for learning something new. War Chief Braxton was quiet for a long time. Finally, he spoke. Human Admiral, my people will not believe this. They will say you are lying. Then show them the recordings, Lee said. You Velkari record all your battles, right? Show them how 8 human ships beat 12 Velkari ships. They will want revenge, Braxton said. Let them come, Lee said. But tell them something first. Tell them this was us being nice. Braxton's eyes got wide. Nice? We could have destroyed all your ships in the first 10 minutes, Park said over the radio. We have weapons you haven't seen yet. We chose not to use them. This was true. The human fleet had nuclear weapons, plasma cannons, and other deadly tools. They could have turned the Velkari ships into dust, but that would have made them look like monsters. You held back? Braxton asked. Of course we did, Lee said. We're not animals. We don't kill unless we have to. Dr. Yoon stepped forward. War Chief Braxton, may I ask you something? In all your battles, how many enemies have offered to help you after defeating you? Braxton thought about it. None. When we win, we take everything. When others win, he stopped talking. When others win, they do the same to you, Dr. Yoon finished. That's why you're so confused. You've never met anyone who fights to protect instead of to conquer. We fight to keep our families safe, Lee said. We don't want your worlds. We don't want your people as slaves. We just want to be left alone. But if we leave you alone, you will grow stronger, Braxton said. You will build more ships, train more warriors. Yes, Lee said. And if you attack us again, there will be more of us to stop you. Braxton looked scared again. How many humans are there? Billions, Kim said. On hundreds of worlds, and every one of them will fight to protect the others. Impossible, Braxton whispered. You can check for yourself, Lee said. Send scouts, count our worlds, count our ships, but stay outside our borders when you do it. Engineer Lim had been working on her tablet while they talked. Admiral, I can have the Velkari ships fixed in 6 hours. Basic repairs only. Enough to get them home. Do it, Lee said. Send repair teams to all their ships. Sir, Colonel Han Woo-jin said, should I send Marines with the repair teams for protection? No, Lee said. We're trying to show them we're not monsters. Sending armed soldiers would send the wrong message. But what if they try to hurt our people? Han asked. They won't, Dr. Yoon said. The Velkari respect strength. We just proved we're stronger than them. They'll be polite now. She was right. When the human repair teams went to the Velkari ships, the aliens were very careful to be respectful. They watched the humans work with amazement. The humans fixed their engines, repaired their life support, and even cleaned up the battle damage. Sir, Choi said, I'm listening to Velkari communications. They keep talking about how gentle our repair teams are. Apparently, when Velkari fix things, they just make them work. They don't care if they look good. But our people are making their ships look nice too. It's called taking pride in your work, Lee said. Pilot Kang reported in again. Admiral, some of the Velkari are asking if they can see our fighter ships up close. They're curious about how we fly in formation so well. Let them look, Lee said, but no touching. Hours passed. The human repair teams worked hard. They were polite to the Velkari. They answered questions when they could. They even shared some of their food. Medic Seo treated 12 wounded Velkari. He was gentle and careful. He explained what he was doing and why. The Velkari had never seen medical care like that before. Sir, Kim said, I'm getting reports from all the repair teams. The Velkari keep asking questions. They want to know how we learn to work together so well. They want to know why we're helping them. They want to know if all humans are like us. What are our people telling them? Lee asked. The truth, sir, that humans take care of each other, that we're stronger together than apart, that we don't like bullies. Good, Lee said. Finally, the repairs were done. All 4 Velkari ships were working again. Their weapons were disabled, but their engines and life support were perfect. War Chief Braxton, Lee said over the radio. Your ships are ready. You can go home now. Human Admiral, Braxton said. I do not understand you. You could have killed us all. Instead, you fixed our ships. You fed us. You healed our wounded. Why? Because that's who we are, Lee said. We're not your enemies, Braxton. We're your teachers. Today you learned that being strong doesn't mean hurting others. It means protecting those who can't protect themselves. And what if my people don't learn this lesson? Braxton asked. Lee's voice became hard. Then they'll learn a different lesson, a much harder one. You would fight all of us? We would fight anyone who threatens innocent people, Lee said. But we'd rather be friends. Braxton was quiet for a long time. I will tell my people what I saw here. I will tell them exactly what happened, but I do not know if they will listen. That's up to them, Lee said. But remember this, War Chief. Today, 8 human ships beat 12 Velkari ships, and we were being nice. Think about what would happen if we weren't nice. The 4 Velkari ships slowly turned around and began flying away from human space. They moved carefully, like they were afraid to make any sudden moves. Sir, Park said over the radio, should we follow them? Make sure they actually leave? No, Lee said. Let them go. They'll tell their people what happened here, and their people will have to decide what to do next. What do you think they'll decide, sir? Kim asked. Lee watched the Velkari ships disappear into the darkness of space. I think some of them will want revenge, but others will be smart enough to stay away. And if they do come back for revenge, then we'll teach them again, Lee said. But next time, the lesson will be harder. 3 days had passed since the Velkari ships left human space. Admiral Lee Tae-ho sat in his ready room reading reports. The battle had made big waves across the galaxy. Everyone was talking about it. Come in, Lee said when someone knocked. On his door, Commander Kim Do-won entered with a tablet in his hands. He looked excited. Sir, you need to see this. We're getting messages from all over the galaxy. What kind of messages? Lee asked. Aliens wanting to talk to us. Some want to make peace treaties. Others want to hire us as bodyguards. A few want to know if we're selling our weapons. Lee raised an eyebrow. Selling weapons? They think our teamwork is some kind of new technology, Kim said. They don't understand that it's just how we are. Dr. Yoon Ji-soo came in behind Kim. She had dark circles under her eyes from staying up all night reading alien communications. Admiral, this is bigger than we thought. The recording of our battle is spreading to every species in the galaxy. What are they saying about it? Lee asked. Mostly they're confused, Dr. Yoon said. Most aliens have never seen ships work together. The way ours did. They keep asking how we did it. Captain Park So-jin's voice came over the intercom. Admiral, we have a priority message coming in. It's from Admiral Baek Young-sil at Human Defense Command. Put her through, Lee said. The wall screen lit up. Admiral Baek Young-sil appeared. She was an older woman with gray hair and sharp eyes. She had been Lee's teacher when he was young. Now she was the head of all human military forces. Admiral Lee, she said. Good work stopping the Velkari, but we have a problem. What kind of problem, ma'am? Lee asked. The kind where everyone in the galaxy is watching us now, Admiral Beck said. Your battle made us famous. Some aliens are scared of us, others want to test us, and a few want to destroy us before we get stronger. Do we know which ones want to destroy us? Lee asked. We're working on that, Admiral Bayek said. But right. Now I need you to do something important. The Velkari ships made it back to their space. Their leaders want to talk. Lee felt surprised. They want to talk? Not fight? Apparently War Chief Braxton told them exactly what happened. Some of the Velkari leaders are smart enough to be worried. They want to negotiate. What do they want to negotiate? Lee asked. A peace treaty, Admiral Bayek said. They're offering to stay out of human space forever if we promise not to attack their worlds. Dr. Yoon looked shocked. The Velkari never make peace treaties. They only understand strength, which is exactly why this is so important, Admiral Beck said. If the Velkari make peace with us, other species will take notice. It will show that humans are reasonable but dangerous. Where do they want to meet? Lee asked. Neutral space. A space station called Haven Point. It's run by the Merchants Guild. They don't take sides in wars. Lee thought about it. Haven Point was famous across the galaxy. It was where different species came to trade goods and information. If humans made a peace deal there, everyone would hear about it. When? Lee asked. Tomorrow, Admiral Beck said. I'm sending Ambassador Songmi Ray to lead the talks, but I want you there too. The Velkari respect strength. They need to see the Admiral who beat them. I'll be there, ma'am, Lee said. After Admiral Beck signed off, Lee turned to his officers. Kim, I want you to come with me. Your intelligence. Work might be useful. Dr. Yoon, you too. We'll need someone who understands alien thinking. What about the fleet, sir? Park asked over the intercom. Keep watching the borders, Lee said. If any more uninvited guests show up, you know what to do. Yes, sir, Park said. Lee could hear the smile in her voice. The next morning, Lee and his team took a small, fast ship to Haven Point. The journey took 6 hours. When they arrived, Lee was impressed. Haven Point was huge. It looked like a metal city floating in space. Ships from dozens of different species were docked there. Sir, Kim said, looking at his scanner, I count ships from at least 20 different species here. Some of them are just traders, but others look like warships. They're here to watch, Dr. Yoon said. News travels fast in alien space. Everyone wants to see what happens between humans and Velkari. Ambassador Songmi Ray met them at the airlock. She was a small, smart woman who spoke 8 alien languages. She had made peace deals with 6 different species. If anyone could handle the Velkari, it was her. Admiral Lee, she said. Thank you for coming. The Velkari are already here. They brought a lot of ships. How many? Lee asked. 50, Song said. But they're keeping them far away from the station. They don't want to look threatening. 50 ships, Kim whispered. That's a lot. It's also a sign of respect, Dr. Yoon said. In Velkari culture, the bigger the delegation, the more important the meeting. Song led them through the station. Haven Point was busy and noisy. Aliens of all shapes and sizes walked the corridors. Some looked like humans. Others looked like nothing Lee had ever seen. Sir, Kim said quietly, a lot of these aliens are staring at us. Word of our battle has spread, Song said. We're famous. Now. Some of these aliens have never seen humans before. They reached the meeting room. It was big and round, with a table in the center. 3 Velkari were already waiting. Lee recognized War Chief Braxton. The other 2 were older and had more scars. Admiral Lee, Braxton said when they entered. These are Fleet Master Gordok and War Leader Vashti. They lead our military forces. Fleet Master Gordok was huge, even for a Velkari. His arms were as thick as tree trunks, but his eyes were intelligent. War Leader Vashti was smaller but looked meaner. She had scars all over her face and hands. Human Admiral, Gordok said. His voice was deep and rough. War Chief Braxton has told us what happened. We find his story difficult to believe. Which part? Lee asked. All of it, Vashti said. No one defeats Velkari ships without destroying them. No one repairs enemy vessels after battle. No one shows mercy to warriors who came to kill them. Then you don't know humans very well, Song said politely. We know nothing about humans, Gordok admitted. Until now, we did not think you were important. We thought you were just another weak species hiding in a small corner of space. And now? Lee asked. Now we are curious, Gordok said carefully. The meeting went on for hours. The Velkari asked many questions. How did human ships work together so well? Why did humans help their enemies? How many ships did humans really have? Song answered most of the questions. She was patient and polite. She explained that humans believed in protecting innocent people. She told them that humans preferred peace, but would fight when necessary. You say you prefer peace, Vashti said. But you have many weapons. Very good weapons. We saw the recordings. We have weapons because others have weapons, Lee said. We don't want to conquer anyone, but we won't let anyone conquer us either. What about expansion? Gordok asked. All strong species expand. They take new worlds, build bigger fleets. We expand to empty worlds, Song said. We don't take worlds that belong to others. Why not? Vashti asked. If you are strong enough to take them, why don't you? Dr. Yoon leaned forward. Because we don't need to. We have enough worlds, enough resources. Taking someone else's world would just make them our enemy. But enemies make you stronger, Vashti said. Fighting makes you grow. Fighting makes you dead, Lee said simply. We'd rather make friends. The Velkari looked at each other. They were having trouble understanding human thinking. Finally, Gordok spoke. War Chief Braxton says you could have destroyed our ships easily. Is this true? Yes, Lee said. Show us, Vashti demanded. Song looked worried. I don't think that's a good idea. No, Lee said. It's fine. He turned to Kim. Show them the weapons we didn't use. Kim pulled out his tablet and put it on the table. A hologram appeared showing different types of human weapons, nuclear missiles, plasma cannons, antimatter bombs. The Velkari stared at the hologram. Their faces went pale. These are the weapons you did not use? Gordok asked quietly. Correct, Lee said. We used targeting computers and small energy bolts. We could have used much worse. Why didn't you? Braxton asked. Because we wanted to teach you, not kill you, Lee said. Dead enemies don't learn lessons. Vashti was quiet for a long time. Then she spoke. Admiral Lee, if we had won that battle, we would have killed all of you. Then we would have attacked your farming world. We would have taken your people as slaves. I know, Lee said. But you knew this, and you still showed mercy? Yes. Why? Lee thought about how to explain it. Because someone has to be better. Someone has to choose to be kind instead of cruel. If everyone just hurts each other, the galaxy becomes a terrible place. Gordok nodded slowly. I think I understand. You are saying that strength without honor is worthless. Something like that, Lee said. Very well, Gordok said. The Velkari Imperium accepts your offer of peace. We will not enter human space again. We will not attack human worlds or human ships. And in return? Song asked. You will not attack Velkari worlds or ships, Gordok said, and you will not help our enemies. Agreed, Song said. They shook hands, human style. The Velkari seemed to like the custom. There is one more thing, Vashti said. Other species will hear about this treaty. Some will think the Velkari have become weak. Are you weak? Lee asked. No, Vashti said firmly. Then it doesn't matter. What others think, Lee said. Some species might test us, Gordok said. Attack our borders to see if we are still strong. 6 months had passed since the peace treaty with the Velkari. Admiral Lee Tae-ho, now promoted to Grand Admiral, stood on the bridge of his new flagship, the Humanity's Shield. The ship was bigger than his old one, with better weapons and stronger shields. But Lee hoped he would never have to use them. Sir, said analyst Ryu Tae-young at his intelligence station, I have the weekly report on alien activity near our borders. Give me the summary, Lee said. It's strange, sir. Instead of more ships trying to cross into human space, we're seeing fewer, much fewer. Last week, only 3 alien ships came near our warning beacons. All 3 turned around and left immediately. Commander Kim Do-won, now Lee's chief of staff, looked up from his tablet. Sir, that's the lowest number we've seen in 50 years. What about the Velkari? Lee asked. They're keeping their promise, Ryu said. No Velkari ships have come within 10 light years of our borders. In fact, they've pulled back from several systems they used to patrol. Dr. Yoon-ji Soo, now the fleet's senior alien advisor, smiled. Admiral, the Velkari aren't just avoiding us. They're telling other species to avoid us too. War Chief Braxton has become something of a celebrity in alien space. He tells the story of our battle to anyone who will listen. What does he tell them? Lee asked. The truth, Dr. Yoon said. That humans fight like no other species. That we work together perfectly. That we show mercy to defeated enemies, but only once. General Jang Seok-jin came onto the bridge. He was the new head of strategic planning for the human fleet. Grand Admiral, we finished analyzing the long-term effects of the Velkari incident. The results are remarkable. Show me, Lee said. Jang activated the main screen. It showed a map of the galaxy with different colored zones. The red zones are areas where alien species are still fighting each other. The yellow zones are neutral territories. The green zones are areas where species have stopped fighting and started talking. Lee studied the map. There were a lot more green zones than he remembered. How many new peace treaties have been signed since our battle with the Velkari? 17, Jang said, including some between species that have been enemies for centuries. Why? Lee asked. Because they've seen what cooperation can do, Dr. Yoon explained. Our battle showed the galaxy that working together makes you stronger than fighting alone. A lot of aliens are trying to copy our methods. Ambassador Song Mi-rae's voice came over the intercom from her office on the diplomatic deck. Grand Admiral, I have 3 new requests for formal treaties. The Centauri Republic wants a non-aggression pact. The Silicon Collective wants a trade agreement. And the Feathered Clans want a mutual defense treaty. Mutual defense? Lee asked. They want us to protect them? Yes, sir. Apparently there's a species called the Devourers that's been attacking their outer worlds. The Feathered Clans can't stop them alone. Lee felt his stomach tighten. The Devourers were bad news. They were one of the few species that was truly evil. They destroyed everything they touched and ate anything that lived. How close are the Devourers to our space? Lee asked. About 30 light years, Kim said. Not close enough to threaten us directly, but close enough to worry about. Sir, Ryu said, looking at his screens. I'm detecting a large fleet approaching our outer perimeter. 50 ships moving fast. Everyone on the bridge tensed. 50 ships was a big fleet, big enough to cause serious problems. Alien ships? Lee asked. Yes, sir, but... Ryu looked confused. They're stopping at the warning beacons. They're not crossing into our space. Can you identify them? Lee asked. Checking now, sir. Ryu worked at his computer for a moment. Sir, they're from multiple species. I see Centauri ships, Feathered Clan vessels, even some Velkari cruisers. They're all flying together. Dr. Yoon looked amazed. Multiple species working together? That's almost impossible. Most aliens don't trust each other enough to share the same space, let alone fight together. Sir, said Lieutenant Choi Min-ho at Communications, we're getting a signal from the alien fleet. They want to talk. Put them through, Lee said. The main screen showed a strange sight. Representatives from 5 different alien species were standing together on what looked like a Centauri ship's bridge. A tall, thin alien with blue skin stepped forward. I am Ambassador Keelix of the Centauri Republic, the alien said. With me are representatives from the Feathered Clans, the Silicon Collective, the Mineral Consortium, and the Velkari Imperium. Lee noticed that War Chief Braxton was standing in the background. The Velkari warrior looked older but wiser than before. What can we do for you, Ambassador? Lee asked. Grand Admiral Lee, we come to ask for your help. The Devourers have united under a new leader. They're attacking everyone. Our worlds are falling one by one. We've tried to stop them alone, but we're not strong enough. How many ships do the Devourers have? Lee asked. Over 1,000, Kalix said. Maybe more. They've been building their fleet for years. Lee felt cold. 1,000 ships was more than the human fleet had. Much more. Why should we help you? Lee asked. It sounded cruel, but he had to ask. He was responsible for billions of human lives. Because if the Devourers finish destroying our worlds, they'll come for yours next, said a representative from the Feathered Clans. She had bright feathers and a sharp beak. They don't stop. They don't negotiate. They just consume everything. War Chief Braxton stepped forward. Grand Admiral, I have fought the Devourers before. They are not like other species. They do not want territory or resources. They want to destroy all life except their own. What are you proposing? Lee asked. An alliance, Calix said. All our fleets working together. Your tactical skills combined with our ships and crews. How many ships can you bring to this alliance? Lee asked. Together, we can field about 800 ships, Calix said. Still fewer than the Devourers, but with human leadership. You think we can win? Lee asked. We think we have a chance, Braxton said. Without you, we have no chance at all. Lee looked around his bridge. His officers were waiting for his decision. This was bigger than protecting human space. This was about protecting life itself. I need to talk to my superiors, Lee said. Can you wait? We can wait, Calix said. But not for long. The Devourers are moving faster now. They'll reach the core systems in weeks, not months. The screen went dark. Lee turned to his officers. Opinions? He asked. It's a trap, Kim said immediately. 800 alien ships plus our fleet? They could turn on us once the Devourers are gone. I don't think so, Dr. Yoon said. These species have been enemies for centuries. The fact that they're working together now shows how desperate they are. The Devourers really are that dangerous, Jang said. If they win, they'll keep growing. Eventually, they will come for us. Lee made his decision. Get me Admiral Beck. Admiral Beck Young Sil appeared on the screen a few minutes later. Lee explained the situation quickly. 1,000 Devourer ships? Admiral Beck said. That's more than our intelligence estimated. Yes, ma'am. The aliens are asking for help. They want to form an alliance. And you think we should help them? I think we don't have a choice, Lee said. If the Devourers win, we'll face them alone later. If we help now, we'll have allies. Admiral Bayek was quiet for a moment. How many ships can we commit? 200, Lee said. Our best ships with our best crews. That's half our fleet. Yes, ma'am. But if we lose this fight, the other half won't matter. All right, Admiral Bayek said. You have permission to form this alliance. But Lee, if this goes wrong, humanity will pay the price. I understand, ma'am. 2 hours later, Lee was back on screen with the alien representatives. We accept your alliance, he said. But there are conditions. Name them, Calix said. First, all fleet movements will be coordinated through human command. We've seen what happens when too many species try to fight together without proper coordination. Agreed, Calix said. The other representatives nodded. Second, if we win this war, the alliance doesn't automatically end. We keep working together to make sure something like the Devourers never threatens the galaxy again. Also agreed, said the Feathered Clan representative. Third, any species that breaks the alliance or attacks another member will face all of us. Fair, Braxton said. Then let's go save the galaxy, Lee said. The combined fleet was amazing to see. Human ships flew alongside former enemies. Velkari cruisers worked with Centauri destroyers. Feathered Clan fighters flew escort for Silicon Collective carriers. Sir, Kim said, watching the fleet maneuver. They're actually doing it. 800 ships from 5 different species, all working together. It's beautiful, Dr. Yoon said. 6 months ago, most of these species wouldn't even talk to each other. And now they're willing to die together, Lee said. That's what fear of extinction can do. The battle against the Devourers was hard and bloody. It lasted for 3 days. Many good beings died on both sides. But in the end, the alliance held. Human tactics, alien courage, and perfect cooperation won the day. When it was over, Lee stood on his bridge and looked at the stars. The galaxy was safe. More importantly, it was united in a way it had never been before. Sir, Choi said, we're getting a message from Earth. Admiral Bayek wants to congratulate you. Put her through, Lee said. Admiral Bayek appeared on screen. She was smiling. Grand Admiral, you've done something remarkable.